welcome to Drunk Opera Review. I'm Miss Fern. This is Whiskey, and tonight we're going to take a drunken look at Tosca. Alright. I quite like this opera. I think it's got a good plot, it's got some good intrigue, and a surprise ending. So, spoilers. Alright, Tosca! We've got some main characters. Woo! We've got Cavallo-Dise, who is our painter. He is in love with Tosca. They're in a little relationship. Alright, down here we've got Angiolate. He is a political prisoner who has just escaped. And then we've got Baron Scarpia, who is basically like the chief of police for the town. Okay, so the opera starts off, first act, we've got Angiolate. He's just escaped prison, and he is in a church. Well, more like a cathedral, you know. And he's looking for a key, because he got word from his sister, the Marchese, that if he can escape, she's hidden a key to their private chapel under the statue of the Virgin Mary. So he's like, come on, where's the key? So he finds the key, and he goes into the private chapel to hide, because you can only get in there if you have a key. So, pretty good hiding spot. Okay. So he's in there, and who shows up? Cavallo-Dise, who is a painter who has been commissioned by the church to paint a mural of the Virgin Mary on the church wall. There's also a priest that he's talking to. So Cavallo-Dise is painting, and the priest is like, you didn't eat your lunch. I packed you a lunch. And Cavallo-Dise is like, I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat my lunch. So the priest is like, I'm just going to steal that later. Ha ha ha. And the priest is like, I'm going to head out for a little bit. Can you lock the door behind me? Cavallo-Dise is like, sure, I can lock the door behind you. Okay, so the priest heads out. Cavallo-Dise locks the door, and he's, painting. And Angiolate comes out of the private chapel. And Cavallo-Dise knows who he is, and he knows why he's been in prison, and he's actually sympathetic to his cause. So Cavallo-Dise is like, you look like crap. And Angiolate's like, I feel like crap. I just got out of prison. So Cavallo-Dise is like, hey, take my lunch and go hide in your chapel, but you need to eat something because you look like crap, dude. So Angiolate's like, you're the best, goes hides in the private chapel, and there's a knock on the door. Who could it be? It's Tosca, Cavallo-Dise's girlfriend, and she's like, I love you, but hang on, I gotta pray to the Virgin Mary, so you need to cool it. So she prays the Virgin Mary, and then she's talking to Cavallo-Dise like, I love you, and I'm gonna see you tonight, brown chicken, brown cow. No, she just finished praying to the Virgin Mary, and she's setting up like a hookup. Whatever. Alright. So, but Tosca's a little suspicious. She's like, why was the door locked? Who are you talking to? What's going on here? And Cavallo-Dise is like, I locked the door because the priest told me to. There's no one here. I'm alone. And she's like, are you sure? And he's like, I'm sure. And then she looks at the painting that he's doing, and she's like, hey, I recognize who you're basing that painting of the Virgin Mary on. You're basing that on the Marchese. You cheating on me? You cheating on me with the Marchese? And Cavallo-Dise is like, no, I'm not cheating on you. I just saw her, she looked really pious, I just did a quick sketch, and that's what I'm basing the painting on. Like, it's nothing is going on between us. And she's like, you sure? She even admits, like, I'm super jealous. She is. So Cavallo-Dise kind of calms her down and is like, I'm not cheating on you, I love you, I'm gonna see you later in our little secret love shack in the woods. Woo. And Tosca's like, alright, fine. Change her eyes. I don't like those eyes. They look too much like this Marchese. So he's like, alright, cool. Change her eyes. And Tosca's like, all right, I gotta go. I got this gal thing I gotta sing at tonight, so I'll see you later. She pieces out. So Cavardisi goes and gets Angeletto and is like, hey, we gotta hide you, okay? Because they're gonna know that you're gone from jail. And he tells Angelotti, like, hey, there's this back door, and if we go out the back door, we're in a garden, and there's a well there, and if you go down the well, there's actually like a little cave, and it's a really, good little hidey spot. How does he know there's a hidey spot in the well? Did he, like, just randomly jump down the well one day and be like, what's down here? I don't know, but there you go. There's a hidey spot in the well, so he can be all sneaky sneak. So those two guys peace out. Priest comes back. They're getting ready for a mass. So there's, people are gathering, and word comes that Napoleon Bonaparte has been defeated in battle. And they're all happy, like, yay! We're all happy. And so they're in the middle of a little celebration, and Baron Scarpia shows up and is like, dude, this is a church. What are you guys doing? They're like, oh, we're just, celebrating our political victory. So Scarpia's like, hey, I'm looking for this escaped political prisoner. Have you seen him? And the priest is like, no, I haven't seen anyone. The Marchesa's private chapel's open. Oh my gosh. So Scarpia and the priest go in there. What do they find? They find the lunchbox that the priest had left Cassiodise. And the priest is like, I recognize that because I was going to steal it later. Yeah, like priests do, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he's a bad priest. And they also find like a Marchesa's fan in the private chapel. Of course they do. It's our private chapel. Like, why are you going through our stuff? But whatever. So they're like, Cassiodise gave Angelotti his lunch. So clearly, they're in league with each other. So who shows back up but Tosca? Bitch, you just left. Why are you here? So Tosca's all like, where's Cassiodise? And the priest is like, I left. And Scarpia knows Tosca's jealous. So he's like, hey, I found this Marchesa's fan over on Cassiodise's workstation. And Tosca's pissed. I knew he was cheating on me. That bastard. I'm gonna have my revenge. And she storms off. And Scarpio's like, she knows where Cassiodise is, and hence might know where political prisoner Angelotti is. So he tells his men, go follow her. So they do. Alright, next act. The men report back to Scarpia like, well, we followed Tosca and she went to this hidden little cabin in the woods, but it was just Tosca and Cassiodise. The political prisoner Angelotti was not there. So Scarpia's kind of mad. He's like, you guys suck. Get out. Bring me Cassiodise. So they do. And Scarpia's kind of trying to question him, like, where is this guy? And Cassiodise is just like, not taking it seriously. He's just like, screw you, man. I don't like you anyway. And then what do they hear out the window? Tosca singing, because she had to sing at that gala thing. So Scarpia's like, bring me Tosca. So they bring Tosca in right as they're taking Cassiodise out to the other room to go torture him. And Tosca's all like, what the hell's going on? What are you doing with my boyfriend? And Scarpia's like, oh yeah, I'm going to torture him until he tells me where Angelotti's at. Unless, you want to. And spare your boyfriend. And Tosca's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. And Scarpia's like, okay, well, these are all the terrible things I'm going to do to your boyfriend. And Tosca can hear Cassiodise, like, screaming from the other room, and she's freaking out. but Cavradisi's like telling her, like from the other room, like shouting, like, don't tell him anything. Don't say anything. And finally Tosca gives in and is like, oh, the political prisoner Angelotti's at the well. So Scarpia's like, hey, thanks. Alright, I'm gonna go throw your boyfriend in jail. So Scarpia sends his men to go get the political prisoner, and he's left with Tosca. So he's like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna kill your boyfriend Cavio-Dice. And Tosca's like, oh, please don't. And then his men report back and are like, we tried to take the political prisoner Angelotti, but he killed himself. Alright, we couldn't take it. So Scarpia's like, not happy. So he's like, alright, look, I'm gonna go kill your boyfriend Tosca, unless you have sex with me. And she's like, ew, gross, ew, I don't like you. And he's all like, it's better when you don't like it. Ew, super creepy, by the way. And Tosca's like, I don't want to, you're a bad man. And he's like, well, alright, then I'm just gonna kill your boyfriend. So Tosca's like, alright, fine, I'll have sex with you if you let my boyfriend go and give a safe passage to get the hell out of here. Scarpia's like, alright, I'll do that. But Tosca's like, I don't believe you. Like, I need to, like, see you give the order that you're not gonna kill my boyfriend. So he's like, Scarpia's like, alright. Calls one of his deputies in, and Scarpia's like, hey, we're gonna, kill Cavio-Dice like we did that other guy. And the deputy's like, we're gonna do a fake execution. And Scarpia's like, we're gonna kill him like we did that other guy. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So the deputy's like, alright, cool. So Scarpia's like, are you happy? And Tosca's like, I need safe passage. Scarpia's like, okay. So he sits down and he writes, a note basically granted them safe passage. And he's like, so where are you guys going? Tosca's like, anywhere but here. Like, screw you. So Scarpia's like, okay, I've given in to your demands. Sexy time! And Tosca's like, about that. Knife! Stop, stop! Kills him. So, the very next morning, Cavio-Dice is set to be killed by a firing squad. And he's very upset, obviously. Who wouldn't be? And he writes a letter to Tosca and basically bribes one of the guards to go give it to her. But who shows up but Tosca? And is like, hey, by the way, I've been able to get you out of this. Don't ask. So they're going to do a fake execution. But it's really important that when they shoot you, you fall to the ground and you pretend to be dead. And Cavio-Dice is like, holy crap, okay, cool, let's do it. And Tosca's like, no, it's real important. You have to, like, play this up. When they shoot you, you need to fall down and be dead. And he's like, okay, like, I'm not as good as an actress as you are, but I'm gonna do my best. And she's like, okay, cool. And as soon as, like, the firing squad is done and you are dead, we're gonna get the hell out of here. He's like, alright. So, firing squad comes out. They put Cavio-Dice against a wall. Tosca's off to the side watching. They fire. He falls to the ground. And Tosca's like, oh my god, he did such a good job. Like, that was super realistic. I love him so much. And the firing squad files out. So, Tosca's like, okay, let's go. No one's watching. Let's go. We gotta go. Cavio-Dice, let's go. He's not moving. She runs over to him. He's dead. Scarpia's betrayed her and has killed her lover. And she's like, oh my god. And then, just then, Scarpia's men come out and are like, you killed Scarpia! You're a bad lady! And she's just like, screw you! I'll see him before God! Jumps off the tower to her death. Alright, so I really like Tosca. Really good plot, really intriguing. Surprise ending. So definitely I would say go see Tosca. Alright, if you like this video, hit like. If you want to see more of my drunken ramblings, hit subscribe, hit the bell thing, and until then, I'll see you at the opera.